start with questions.
Just thoughts about facing Charleston, 1-0-1 this year against them. Some things that you've taken from those games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think for us, and for Charleston, it's a great occasion, great game. Having played them last year as well, I think it'll be a very, very tough game. Mike very organised, so it'll be a tough game for us. But obviously, we're excited to be in the semi-finals and looking forward to it.
I think they've made the postseason like every year since like 2010. Talking about the job that Mike has done. With that said, were you surprised at all by their upset win over Cincinnati, but knowing the type of job that Mike does?
Yeah, no, I mean, they deserve a lot of credit. I think, again, similar to Leeds, a lot of experience. I think when you look at, they've been around the league a long time. They've got players that have participated. I think their two centre-backs have been there for a number of years now as well. So they have a lot of players that have experienced the playoffs. And obviously when you look at that experience and the way they've been able to deal with it going into last weekend's game, I'm sure a lot of people would have expected Cincinnati to beat them, but credit to Mike and credit to them, they gave a great performance and came out and won the game. So that's an indication as to how tough a game we're going to face, because they're going to come here and they're going to make it very difficult for us, and like us, they're going to want to win the game. So it'll be a very stiff test for us.
I'm sure people saw that game and they said, oh wow, now the path is a little easier with Cincinnati out, but you're saying that's not what you guys thought at all?
No, I mean, we certainly didn't think it. I mean, we would never think something like that. We understand how Charleston play and how difficult it'll be. I think for people on the outside, they maybe look at the seedings and think, oh, well, that's a bit of an upset. For me, the seedings and it all goes out the window when it comes to playoff time. It's on the day, and on any given day, anyone can beat anybody. So I think when you look at seedings, the playoffs are such a different scenario. It's a one-off game, So you need to make sure you're fully focused and you're on point with what you need to do.
What's Charleston's style, or what are the difficulties of it?
They've got pace. If Romario Williams plays, you've got Sonis. They've got pace up front. They've got decent size and experience at the back. They're very difficult to break down. They've got threats going forward, Chang as well. So they've got players that can hurt you, but equally they've got some good strength at the back. And again, when you look at their experience, the last few years, both of them being in the playoffs for so many years running, but the amount of players that they've had that have participated over the course of that as well, they've got a good core group of players that have been involved over the last few years in their success, because they've been really successful.
How do you juggle where you've got guys on the team like Chandler who won MLS Cups and Paolo who's played in a College Cup at the NCAA level, with the guys who maybe haven't been through this sort of playoff one-and-done experience?
Well, I think last week was good for us all to be able to have that experience as our group this year. Obviously we had the experience last year, but with so many new players, it's important then that we make sure that people get a feeling for what the playoffs is all about. I think for Chandler, for Paolo, for George, for a lot of the guys that have been involved and have experience, I'm sure they're able to relate to those other experiences. When you've got guys like maybe Kyle Smith, who's come from a different environment, and now he's coming to a playoff scenario for the first time, Paco for the first time, it's trying to get that balance where they still feel confident, they're still in a situation where they can go and express themselves, and equally the guys that have that little bit of experience can turn to them and help them and share that experience with them and tell them that it's an occasion to be to look forward to and to go and express yourself and not to be fearful of.
Do you know what their schedule has been like this week, based on all the hurricane stuff down there? Did they get hurt earlier?
Yeah, I think they got in yesterday. I think they got in last night. I think obviously, a really difficult situation for them and everybody in Florida. I mean, we've on a personal level, we've got a lot of friends in Florida, so you really feel for everybody down there and what they're going through. Hopefully it's not as bad as what people are saying, and hopefully Charleston will be able to get home safely, because looking at it again, I think there's some kind of evacuation going on in the Carolinas, so it's a really difficult situation, and when you have a situation like that, it tends to put soccer in perspective for sure. Great, thank you.